Let's take a look at the best attack strategy for Town Hall 9 in Clash of Clans. What is going on, guys? Judo Sloth here, and welcome to this episode where we're showing you the best Town Hall 9 attack strategy in Clash of Clans right now. It is none other than the 3 Golem GoBoHo style attack. It is phenomenal, guys. You will be crushing bases before you know it. If you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe using the button below, and hitting the notification bell will mean you get notified when any of my videos go live. So getting into this first attack then, we're going to show you quite a few replays from our latest 2 friendly wars, and this first one you can see sets a prime example for this strategy. So we have a golem either side here of the base trying to create a funnel with all of the wizards behind, and then you really want at least one golem to come into the base alongside your heroes and your bowlers. As soon as they get into the base, you really want to be trying to activate the enemy CC. So you can see a poison spell is down on top of them alongside a rage spell to help take them down and the enemy queen down. And then you have a second jump spell alongside a heal spell in order to boost everything back up, get your heroes and your bowlers progressed forward to the back end of the base, and then you're on to the final stage of bringing in the Hog Riders. Now at this point you want to bring them in very surgically. So you can see over in this area where there was possibly a giant bomb next to the Expo, you can see it goes off there. That is why we sprinkle the Hog Riders in, just so that you're not flying all of your Hog Riders onto one giant bomb. Now what you want to try and do as well is protect them Hog Riders. So notice how we haven't put any in yet over at the defences on the very west. As soon as the Hog Riders move forward and we have a bit reinforcement, we have more troops concentrated on that area, we then go ahead and bring the final Hog Riders in. So it is a very patient attack as well, guys, but so rewarding, so powerful. You can see the queen with her ability, plenty of troops left up for cleanup, and when this is done right, you will be wrecking bases. So normally, and definitely, you will have to adapt this strategy, but normally, this is quite a generic army actually. So you can see again for this next replay, we have a very similar setup. You're always going to take, on 9 times out of 10, you will take 2 jump spells. That's to access the far end of the base with all of your troops. You want a heal spell in order to heal up your heroes and your bowlers when they're in the middle. And you want that rage spell as well to really help power down the core of the base. Get them key defenses down, take out the enemy queen and the CC very quickly. And obviously you're going to want, as we described at the start of the video, the 3 golems along with them wizards to create the funnel. You can see again, golem either side with the wizards. Very patient here. Once that funnel is created, the jump spell is in so that the heroes and bowlers can move forward, and you can see the 2 jump spells provide access right to these far defenses here. And the bowlers, guys, are so strong because with that raged bonus, they bounce that boulder so far and take down them defenses. It really is phenomenal. So again, as the troops are moving forward and starting to take down the defenses, you can see our troops would be moving forward out of range of the Tesla and Archer Tower here, so there wouldn't be as many troops over in that area defending and taking some of the fire. That's why we started trickling in the Hog Riders, but notice how we're saving onto the rest, and they only come in as them defenses start to fire at the other troops. So you can see the cannon and the archer tower at the top there. We waited until they started firing at other Hog Riders or Golem or Hero, whatever comes forward, until we reinforce with Hog Riders. So very patient on your deployment of the back end Hog Riders. You really want to make sure that you can be tanking for them defenses as long as possible. Now you can see in this one we even swag a Hog Rider. Always nice to try and save one in order for the cleanup if you can. But in terms of this generic army, you can see 15 wizards. You want to be taking a good amount of wizards, guys. That's going to make sure that you can get that funnel created initially. So we'll watch another example here. And then you have enough for cleanup as well at the back. So starting out on this one, you can see builders huts right in the corner. So notice how we drop 1 wizard and take 4 archers. The perfect substitute to get them down. Now, not always having to do that. Obviously, the one in the corner here, a wizard's going to take out, but straight back into the strategy, guys. Golem either side, working that funnel. You can see the funnel is pretty much set on either side now, so we can start to focus the fire down the middle, so we have a golem in just to help tank some of these defenses whilst the wizards continue to take them out. And once these high hit point storages go down, here come the heroes. The jump spell is going to come in any second, guys. You need that jump spell in before you bring the bowlers. The bowlers especially can be a little bit on and off in terms of the AI. You really need that brilliant funnel for the bowlers, so make sure you have that jump spell in before you put them in. There is the poison spell onto the enemy CC, getting the queen as well. Remember, the poison spell does affect heroes, it slows them down, guys. And then you can see that the heal spell is right on that area to keep the bowlers up, keep the heroes alive, because if you don't push far enough into the base, you won't get this down. So you can see the second jump spell provides access to all of these defenses at the back, and then bringing the Hog Riders in a little bit quicker on this side, more so to protect the queen, so she could help with cleanup. You can see she is losing her health at the top there, so probably adapted the plan, I would think, on this one to get the Hog Riders in, take the queen down. And as long as you've planned where you're coming in from and hopefully taking out the giant bombs, you shouldn't really have to worry too much. Even if you send in the Hog Riders in a group, as long as you've taken out all of the defenses in the middle, you will be good, as long as you can control the AI. So in this one, we came in from the northeast, and the Hog Riders just tracked around the outside of the base. But again, we did that to protect the queen. So you do have to be adaptable as well, guys. Although you do have your strategy, make sure that you are adapting this. Obviously, I'm trying to go through this as a little bit of a guide video in terms of tips and tricks, so that you can somewhat follow this and start 3-starring bases yourself. So this one, quite a weird base design in terms of what you really want to do is make sure you're not leaving too much splash damage to come in with the Hog Riders at the end, and you're not really coming in from areas where there's huge opportunity for giant bombs. Obviously, if the base has already been scouted, then that is going to adjust your planning dramatically. But remember, guys, although we're coming in from the opposite area of the queen there, just look at her trigger radius. We only need to get 2 layer of walls in before she'll actually be triggered and come towards our heroes and bowlers, so we don't have to worry that she's on the other side of the base. We will trigger her very much like the CC, which in this one is the Lava Hound. Now, the only thing we have to make sure with the Lava Hound is that the queen doesn't get drawn onto it. So again, you can see jump spells are in and provide access right to the far end of the base here. That's what you're really looking for in terms of them 2 jump spells in order to get huge value. So the queen has locked onto the Lava Hound. It's not a big issue at this point because there's no defensive shooting at her, but it just means she's not up here with the king. We could really do with her being on the enemy queen right now, but not to worry, our king has turned around. He's going to smack that queen around and show her a thing or two while she's under the influence of that poison spell. There we are, Hog Riders coming in from that side, and really you can see there's only a few defenses left, so making sure to hold on to a few Hog Riders, which will come in as these others come to reinforce this side and distract the defenses. So here they come from the top, sniping out that Tesla, coming down to join the other Hog Riders, and we're going to have no issue here taking out the base. So sneaking one in towards that mortar as well, just to help get that down a little bit quicker. And then you can see we've saved 1 Hog Rider in order to work for cleanup, still have the queen's ability, and wizards in from the top here. So you will have them 15 wizards. You want to use a good chunk of them to get that funnel. If you don't get the funnel right, your heroes don't go into the middle, or you don't at least get the bulk of your army into the middle to do that objective, then you're probably going to fail, guys. But make sure you save a couple of wizards, because once the Hog Riders have taken out the defenses, there'll be nothing else other than if there's any bombs on the outside. There's nothing else to take out them wizards, so they're going to move around and just take out the trash buildings, and you really don't want to run out of time. If you do this correctly, you certainly should not run out of time. So we'll show you 2 more replays. Let's go ahead to our current war, which unfortunately we did lose as well. This one against the fearsome One Hive, though, had a great war on this one. If you are interested in joining our clan, as ever, all of the clan information for our feeder clan is over on the right hand side of the video. Getting into these final few replays then, again, very standard army here, 3 golems coming in order to set the funnel here, so you have to be wary if there are any defences on the outside. You can see there's a mortar there, which he'd planned for the golem to be attracted to. However, that Tesla did pop and pull it across. Not to worry though, you do have to just make sure that, let's say the golem at the top here, you were popping it in towards the air defense, it would possibly walk around towards this cannon because it doesn't have to go behind a wall. So just make sure you're scouting that one, guys. Poison spell onto the king there to help slow him down, and you can see on either side of the base here there's no trash buildings left, so our heroes and the bowlers are going to move straight into the middle. The jump spell is in there, guys, so they're going to move into the middle. The CC has been lured, so they're coming out. Quite a concoction of troops there. Poison spell is on them. Second jump spell provides access into the base. There is the rage spell to help power forward, get them CC troops down. You really want to use them to get them CC troops down because they can wreck your raid, really. If they take out all of your bowlers, and then as soon as them troops are down, as your troops are moving into the core, get that heal spell in, guys. The reason we're taking 3 golems, the reason this is so powerful, is because you have all of that spell damage, all of that huge kill squad damage with the golems tanking, and then you're only using the Hog Riders on the back end. So you can see, although I was talking before about saving on the splash damage, trying to prevent that on the back end, it doesn't really matter if you're coming in surgically, and you can see that the defences at the back here were quite tight in terms of there was no real room for traps or anything like that for the Hog Riders to get blasted from. And as you can see, 8 Hog Riders left over and swagged on this one, so we could just blast them in at the bottom here to take out all of the troops, but I think we're trying to see how many troops we can leave over whilst we're taking this raid. So if you look at that, 40 troop space worth of Hog Riders and 2 wizards, that is very impressive, if I'm honest. That is how powerful this attack strategy is when used correctly. So let's get on to the final attack here then by sub 17. Again, that same army composition. This is what you want to cook up, guys. 2 poison spells to help you with the CC and the enemy queen or heroes. 2 jump spells to get access right to the other side of the base. That rage spell, heal spell, 3 golems, CC of bowlers, all of the Hog Riders and the wizards. So you can see either side here, there's the golems, all of the wizards creating the funnel. Notice how he's holding on to a couple of them to help with clean up at the end, coming straight in with the golem at the south here because he has such a wide funnel created here. You can see how the heroes will just move straight forward here now. So there's the jump spell, and you can almost picture exactly where that second one's going to go. Right on top of that DE storage would be the assumption, unless he brings it slightly across to the side here, but I'm assuming he comes slightly across to the right and keeps it all symmetrical. But anyway, as they move forward, there it is right on the DE storage. CC troops are out with the poison spell, the heroes are in, the spells are in to really help to power them down, and this is where the bowlers really do their work. You can see when they're in the heal spell and kept themselves up, they are just taking out defences like nothing. Check out that air defence, just going to go down there even though the bowlers are nowhere near it. So that's how powerful they are, and that does help with the tracking of the Hog Riders. So as they come in from the western side here, making sure to save on to 7 of them, just for when these defences start to become a bit more distracted. So he could have brought them in with the queen there, but she was very low on health, so he's probably far better off waiting until his Hog Riders come across, then he can start reinforcing them. Notice how he's just trickling them in, making sure to target each and every defence separately, not to get hit by any giant bombs either. There's one on the outside, only affecting 1 Hog Rider though, and the final defense falls. These are going to have no problem cleaning up the rest of the base, and then the wizard there is also going to be used to help out. So I hope you enjoyed that one, guys. Hopefully that helps to showcase the best attack strategy at Town Hall 9 right now. I've been your host, Judo Sloth. Make sure to subscribe for more Clash of Clans, and until next time, peace out, guys. Stay tuned for more Clash of Clans.